Konnichiwa everyone, it's Dan from JaDan.co.uk and today I'm going to tell you 5 things that kind of suck about living abroad. Cheers for finding my video, I appreciate that. So today's video is kind of serious, so we're probably not going to get to see Dampan Man today. Eh? Nani? Nah, it's cool, don't worry. Oh, soka. Ja. Yeah, he's not involved today. So today is part of a 2 video series I'm doing. About a week ago I made a video which was awesome stuff about living in a different country. If you want to check out that video, it's going to be up here in the YouTube thing and also in the description box for the link, so check that out. But today we're talking all about the kind of negative stuff. Usually I don't talk about negative stuff on this channel, but every coin has 2 sides. So I've already talked about positive stuff, so here's some kind of negative stuff that people maybe feel when they move to a different country. First thing that kind of sucks is that chances are everyone you love is in the country you're from. So your friends, your family, your pets, like even your hometown is all going to be thousands of miles away. And it's a sad fact of life, but when you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And it's very difficult to maintain relationships with people that are half a world away. You've got the time difference for a start. If you're here long enough, basically your life stops mattering in a weird way. Like they don't care what you had for dinner, you don't care that you saw one of your friends that you met at a concert. It's not relevant to them, so it's hard to keep the conversation moving. I've got friends back in England that have been my friends for many years, and I've barely spoke to since I moved to Japan. Of course, when I went back to England, it was awesome, it was like I've never left. But being in a different country and being half a world away makes it very hard to maintain relationships with friends and family. You really have to work at it, and that's just a sad fact of life. It can't be helped. It's one of the costs that you have to pay to get the opportunity to do what you're going to do. You're going to move abroad. So yeah, that kind of sucks. You better get used to being kind of homesick and lonely, especially at first, because everyone you love is going to be half a world away. Second thing, kind of sucks, is that you're going to be, bang, here's a new culture and a new set of rules, crack on. Well, that's awesome, but I don't know what them rules are, or I don't understand how this culture works. So you're definitely going to get that big culture shock, especially like in Japan. A lot of things that I just don't understand, like the amount of bureaucracy here is crazy. Like the amount of times you have to fill in forms for basic stuff, it just boggles the mind. Like I don't get it. And having to adapt constantly to things that you don't understand, things that you don't know, not understanding when you're making mistakes, why people are upset with you. Like it's very frustrating to not understand what's going on around you. And that's going to be even more amplified if you don't speak the local language like me. You'll just be like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? What do you want me to do? Just tell me what's up. And that can be really frustrating. So yeah, get used to being frustrated a bit. Third thing, in the other video I talk about how it's awesome to be able to explore a new area. And that's true. But the other side of that is you're gonna feel like you're lost all the time. Like, I don't know where I am. Every time I go to a new place, I've got no idea where I'm going. And when you first get here, there's stuff you want to do, and you'll spend a lot of time getting lost, therefore you'll spend a lot of time being late, and people will get mad at you for being late. So even when you've got like applications on your phone for maps and stuff, it's not always that simple. Like which way to go out of a station, like what's the best way to get from A to B, which lines do I have to use, where do I have to go, and that constant feeling of like, where is this, like why, where are the signs, like I can't read the signs, like what the fuck am I gonna do? Yeah, that frustration of being lost all the time and feeling like you've got no clue where you're going all the time kind of sucks. It's fun sometimes when you've got a free day and you've got nothing to do. When you've got to get somewhere for a certain time and you don't know where you're going, it gets pretty stressful. So yeah, feeling lost is going to be a big part of your life. Fourth thing that kind of sucks, and is probably prevalent in most societies and cultures, is, it's a bit of a bad word, but racism. There's always going to be some sort of racism. You can't escape it. In Japan, I've experienced a bit, but nothing severe. Just like old people don't really like me too much. And they kind of give me dead eye as I'm walking past. And some banks and stuff, you walk in, I want to start an account, be like, no fam, you're not from here. Go somewhere else. So there's always going to be the element of, I don't know if racism's a strong word in the cases that I've experienced, but some people experience quite extreme racism in different countries. I see it in England all the time, and I would imagine it exists in every culture. So suddenly you're on the other side of that fence where you're the foreigner. A lot of people call themselves expats because that's what white people call themselves when they're foreigners. But you're an immigrant in this country, and the fact is some people will accept you open arm, some people don't want you here. So you're going to have to get used to the idea that you might face a bit of backlash. But nothing you've done. It's not against you as a person. It's just the way the world sadly works. So yeah, you're going to have to make sure you've got a bit of thick skin and not worry too much about what people think about you, because you're going to experience some bad stuff and it can't be helped. Last thing is, chances are if you move into a different country, they might not speak same language that you can speak. So you're going to end up with this language barrier. And a language barrier can be a huge barrier to feeling like you belong in a place. If you don't speak the language that people around you speak, it's very easy to feel alienated. It makes daily life, even like simple tasks, very difficult, and it can make you feel really unwanted in a place. So, of course you can overcome this by studying the language. I happen to come to Japan, and Japanese is an incredibly hard language to study. I've been here 2 years. I can have a conversation, but nothing special, and I often struggle in daily situations to deal with the language barrier, even if it's just basic things. So it can be really frustrating. I mean, there are apps out there. I mean, a lot of countries in terms of business will use English, so people have some idea of English, but on the whole, even countries you think are going to speak majority English maybe don't. So the best thing you can do is prepare by studying as much as you can about the language before you go. And yeah, just hope for the best. Just constantly study the language, and this one hopefully disappears over time. That were my 5 points that suck about living in a different country. Yeah, I don't usually talk about negative stuff, but if you are thinking about moving to a different country, these are some things that you probably need to be aware of. It's not all going to be fun and games, and you're going to experience some of this stuff. So, you know, what can you do? Anyway, today's question. Comment section, let me know. I want to know, do you want to live in a different country? If so, where? And if you did live in a different country, what are some bad things that happened while you were there? Let me know. But that's it for today. Gotta go. So as always, until next time, Jamata.